Welcome back. All right, news of the day video for your Saturday, September the 9th, as we roll on through into the second week of September. And, I mean, training camp's right around the corner. But before that, the coaches and the GMs decided to have a meeting in Rosemont, just outside of Chicago, first of its kind in September, and they enjoyed it. And September actually works because it's a couple weeks before the start of training camp. And you can get everybody there, and you can have a discussion about the state of the game, rules, the way they're called or not called, and all that fun stuff. But the headline coming out of that really is the fact that Joel Quenneville and Stan Bowman were there and talked to the GMs and coaches about lessons they've learned and advice they have, which I just find just being kind of a head-scratcher, only because they haven't been reinstated by the NHL. So I find it odd that you're saying, if you're Bettman, you're saying, well, nobody can employ these guys. But yeah, they can come in and give advice to coaches and GMs. It's an odd look. And it tells me that the NHL is going to reinstate them. And this is going to be, Bettman's call. There's been a lot of talk about when they'd get reinstated. And so that could be at hand. Because again, this just looks weird. If Bettman comes out after this and says, well, I'm not going to reinstate them, that just makes the whole thing even odder. So we'll see what happens there, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Professional tryouts. Another one added yesterday. Saku Manalainen has signed with the Colorado Avalanche. So he's trying to win himself a role on that fourth line or as a 13th forward. I like Manalainen's work ethic. Offense, there isn't the offense there. So I understand why he's on a tryout, but I hope he gets the job, and I hope he does well. Again, I've been a fan of his for a few years now. It'd be nice to see him get a job in Colorado. If he doesn't, he probably ends up signing in Europe, right? So the Heritage Classic, if you want to go to watch this game at Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton, it's pricey. So the cheapest ticket starts at $171. I went through Ticketmaster. This is, of course, Canadian dollars. $171 is the cheapest, and it ranges up to, by my count, $561 is the most expensive before you get into the resale tickets. The resale tickets, there's a lot of them in the lower bowl, and the prices really kind of vary all over because, of course, resellers can make it whatever they want. But yeah, it's pricey for a game that I've often wondered in those football stadiums. You got all those thousands of people and you're so far away. I don't know how much of the game you actually see, but it is a Battle of Alberta. It's going to be on October 29th in Edmonton, and it should be fantastic. So fingers crossed on that one that it turns out as well as I think it's going to. I think it's going to be great. We'll see whether or not Calgary and Edmonton end up just wearing their regular jerseys, because this is their original. Basically exactly the same as their original jerseys from when they came into the league, and the Flames are now back to wearing their original look as well. So I don't know, maybe you go in another direction and you come up with two brand new ones, but we haven't seen anything yet when it comes to new jerseys. Although, when I think about it, I don't think we saw the Heritage jerseys that far out from the Buffalo-Toronto game they played a few years ago either. And of course, we know they had specialty jerseys for that game. So it's pricey. It is pricey. And the lower bowl, a lot of those tickets are already gone. So you're looking at resale tickets or the $561 regular Ticketmaster price for some of the ones that lower bowl too. It's a lot. Anyways, for anybody who goes to that game, have fun and dress warmly. So September 18th will be the draft, of course, for the PWHL. It starts at 1 o'clock Eastern, which is 10 a.m. Pacific. And we still don't have an answer on whether it's going to be streaming, if it's going to be on TV, what's going to happen with the draft. Apparently, they've invited 50. They're willing to pay the price for 50 of the likely top draft picks to get brought in. There's already speculation on who's going to go in the top 3 of this draft. And so we'll have to see how this all turns out. But it doesn't feel like it's a draft now if it's not televised, so they kind of have to televise it somewhere, right? We'll see. But at this point in time, I haven't seen where it's going to be shown or, via streaming, or if it's going to be something on television. You would think on September 18th that either Sportsnet or TSN or somebody has some kind of channel they can say, all right, we'll throw her on there and see how it does. One thing Gary Bettman said that I think people will be pretty happy about, he did confirm that the sale for the Senators should close next week. So executive committee said, yep, they rubber stamped it. Michael Landauer is going to be the new owner for the Sens. Next week is when that should go through, and then we'll start seeing, I would think, some sort of organizational changes once he's in place officially, and see what his plan is and start to hear more about what his vision is for the Senators this season, because that could decide on whether Dorian is safe in his job and he's good, or if there's a lot of pressure on him to make the playoffs now, or they might look in another direction, right? So for the Sens, a team that's been out of the playoffs for a while, it'd be nice to see them back in the playoffs. But I did that video on Buffalo already this morning, and of course Detroit's there as well. The Atlantic, there's been the same teams in the top. It feels like the same teams in the top 4 for a while, and the Senators are one of those teams trying to break into that seeding so that they have a shot at a playoff spot. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.